In this video, I'm going to be going over the organs of the alimentary canal, or the GI tract, or the gastrointestinal tract. I'm not going to speak about each organ in detail. I will do that in separate videos over those particular organs. I'm also not going to include the accessory organs. I'm just going over the organs of the alimentary canal. So this will begin with the oral cavity here, and this goes into the pharynx. Now, I talked in a separate video about the three parts of the pharynx and the respiratory system. For the digestive system, at the tip of the uvula, this is the uvula that would separate the nasal cavity from the oral cavity. This is the oropharynx. And then here, this is the epiglottis that covers the larynx, so food won't go into it. This portion of the pharynx that is at the tip of the epiglottis, this is called the laryngopharynx. And then from there we go into the esophagus. This is the esophagus. From the esophagus we go into the stomach. There is a sphincter that separates the opening from the esophagus into the stomach. It's called the cardioesophageal sphincter, or the lower esophageal sphincter. It goes into the stomach. And then we will go into the small intestine. There's another sphincter that will regulate flow from the stomach into the duodenum of the small intestine. This is called the pyloric sphincter. The first part of the small intestine is called the duodenum, or the duodenum. Then we have the jejunum of the small intestine. And then the terminal portion of the small intestine is called the ileum. We have another sphincter that regulates flow of the digested material from the small intestine into the large intestine. This is called the ileocecal valve. The first part of the large intestine is called the cecum. The large intestine is also referred to as the colon. So this is the cecum. This is the ascending colon. It climbs up the right lateral wall of the abdominal cavity. This is the hepatic flexure, or the right colic flexure, the transverse colon, and then here we have the left colic flexure, or it's also called the splenic flexure. This is the descending colon. Then we go into the sigmoid colon, and then the rectum, which is the terminal portion of the colon, and then we go into the anal canal, and then the anus. That's going to be it for the organs of the alimentary canal. I'll have separate videos on each of the organs in more detail, and a separate video for the accessory organs.